Here's the list I've been running. Let's jump into our first game.
Like I said in the title, I really think this Zoroark from White Flare has been severely underestimated in the current format. I've been having so much fun playing it on the ladder and destroying so many of the common decks right now. It obviously has a really good matchup into Gardevoir, even Gardevoir Jellicent, because I even have the Iron Bundle to move the Jellicent out of the active. I hit Jellicent for weakness. It's just a really good matchup for Gardevoir. That's just by weakness. Dragapult is also a good matchup, mainly because we have the Psyduck and we can copy their attack to hit them back for... We're always two-shotting most stage 2s, but we're hitting them and taking out single prizers on the bench, which is what they usually like to do to us, but we're doing it back to them. Love that mechanic for Zoroark. We are also really good into Cerulege and Kangaskhan. Okay, we're up against a Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt is not my favorite matchup, but it's still pretty good. Alright, we will Ultra Ball, get rid of Iron Bundle, and I think an EXP share. Need a better supporter, so I'm going to do this, attach return, retreat. Not the best turn one, but still pretty good. Alright, check customers. Nothing. What was I going? Right, Kangaskhan is a really fun matchup because you can, if you're really lucky, you can hit 2 heads against them and take them out, which is really frustrating whenever your opponent has been hitting tails the entire game. It's just kind of funny for me. I just like that matchup unless it's the bulky Kangaskhan Absol with the Bouffalants. That is a really bad matchup because they're healing all the damage that you deal. You're not barely doing any damage to them at all. That's a bad matchup. But against Absol box, well, just Absol, it's really good because you can be discarding from their hand and dealing 2-shot damage to a 3-prizer, which is really, really good. And then you could retreat lock Munkidori plus Binding Mochi to take a knockout. Okay, they do take a knockout there. I'll just Lillie's Determination and hope I get something. Let's see. Okay, Binding Mochi. I will attach that just to get it out of my hand, and let's Lillie. Hopefully we get something. I think I can work with this. So I can, first of all, Buddy Poffin. Grab another Tatsu and a Zorua. Bump the stadium. Use it. Let's see. I do have Yveltal. Do I have Pecharunt? I do have Pecharunt. Okay. And I have 2 Dark Energies in deck. I will grab the Yveltal. I'm going to attach to Yveltal. I'm going to grab a Pecharunt. Put down a Munkidori. This is one of the plays I often do, is gust up a support Pokemon and use it as a way to maintain staying in the game. It's not always working for me, but that's just because they either have an out, like a Turo, but after they use their outs, it's really easy to just start pinging damage with Munkidori, and Fez is the one that I really like to do it against because I can, after pinging enough damage, like I could ping, I don't know, a lot of damage onto one of their support Pokemon, then use Cruel Arrow to knock it out, or knock out their primary attacker, which is pretty good. I don't usually like doing it on Teomax Uberpon, but they don't have it fully set up yet. Okay, they do get the Raging Bolt. Let's see if they do have Prime. that would be bad for me, but I can always work around it. This matchup's kind of difficult. The main thing I like to do in this matchup is gust up Teal Max Overpawns and take them out with their own attack. Because with the ignition, you're one-shotting them, plus Binding Mochi. Also, it's just kind of a given since my attack does more damage for each bench of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Terra Box is really a fantastic matchup. I haven't had any trouble facing against Terra Boxes. I'm just one-shotting them no matter what. And then also Eevee Box is a really good matchup because you can use their Carnelian attack, I believe it's called, which does, I believe, like 280 damage or something, and then you can't attack during your next turn, which will one-shot any of their Eevees that are like your Flareon or your Jolteon or your Vaporeon, which is really good for me during the matchup. I do want to get a different Ogerpon. I will grab you and you. I'm going to look to countercatcher up the Ogerpon that doesn't have any energy on it. It looks like they're bricking some. I will retreat into Tatsugiri to attract customers. Hopefully I can get a Hilda. Yep, got it. So I can start getting some energy on the Munkidori. I will also be getting Chains, Yveltal, and Clutch. This is a pretty decent deck right now. I can tell that I probably will need to work on it a little bit more, but it has been performing extremely well for me. And I'd like to hear what you guys think of it once you guys build it. The deck list will be in the description, and yeah, it'll be in the description. I hope you guys like the deck so far. I have been having so much fun with this deck. It's such a great deck. Let's Hilda. Okay, we did get Fez, which is nice. We'll Hilda for Zoroark in Dark. Evolve the Binding Mochi Zoroark and attach to the Munkidori. I'm going to now retreat into Tatsugiri to attract customers again. I really want to get more supporters. I didn't, but that's fine since I am retreat locking them in the active. I will, don't forget to Munkidori. Alright. We will, I think I do need to put more damage on him because he's their primary attacker, but I really want to get rid of either the Raging Bolt or an Ogerpon. So I think I'll just put it on this Ogerpon. And let's see. I will now clutch. I could have attached the Binding Mochi, but I'd have less turns with it in the active. I will probably Binding Mochi it next turn or so that I can, if they put a Fez down, I can... No, wait, that wouldn't work. Sorry, Terra Pokemon. I always forget about Terra Pokemon. Oh. I'll probably end up putting 3 damage counters on the Raging Bolt next so I could possibly Fez it. Okay, they did put a Latias down. That's perfect. I really like that. Because now they give me an easy out to taking all of my prize cards. They do play Water Energy. That's interesting. Do they play Wellspring? Interesting. Okay, let's see. I don't have a knockout on the active just yet. I will Adrenabrain from this one to their bench. I can attach it to Mochi to speed this up a little bit. And I will retreat into Tatsugiri. Attract customers. I get a boss. That's pretty good. I will grab the boss because I can get you in the active, which would be awesome for a 2-shot using Yveltal. I'm not going to do it just yet because they only have 2 cards in hand and they only have 1 energy on their active. Alright, let's clutch. Do 40 damage. They're going to go up to 100. Alright. It is helping that we have our opponent bricking a little bit with the retreat lock. I do think that getting this play going is pretty good. They have Psychic Energy in this stat? That's strange. Okay, I don't know about that. Okay. I do get that. Do get an Ignition. I possibly could get a knockout. Let's just Adrenabrain from you. Start pinging you more. I now could boss up the Latias, but they have a Psychic Energy, which is really weird. But also they have Grass on here too. I do need one more turn of Clutch to be able to take you down with Adrenabrain, and then I'll take you out with a Zoroark, hopefully. I don't think I will need a Lillie's Determination just yet. I'm going to attract customers another boss. I don't want to grab it because I already have one in hand, and I don't want it to get Iono to the bottom of the deck, so I couldn't Tatsu for it. Alright. It's too bad my opponent's bricking right now. I would have rather it be just we're fighting tooth and nail, but you can already see that the retreat lock plays are pretty good in this deck. Oh, they just passed. Okay. Let's try and play this game a little faster. I will Adrenabrain from their... Fine. So I am taking you out if I just hit into him again. I'll put 2 damage counters on him, retreat into Tatsu to get another supporter. I'm probably going to boss up the other Ogerpon. Okay, I get a Hilda. That's good. I'll now boss up this Ogerpon. I know they'll most likely take me out, but that's also kind of what I want them to do, because then I would be able to get some more plays going. They just need one more Grass Energy, which I kind of hope they have. Okay, they do get Battle Cage. That's not the best for us, but it's fine. I do need a way to get it out of the active. Okay. Let's see. How do I want to go about this? Okay. Let's retreat first. Go into Tatsu. Attract customers. Let's see what I get. Okay, an Iono. I do have Adrenabrain damage. I'm already taking him out. I really want a way to get rid of that Battle Cage. I only have one other Artazon in the deck, so I don't know if it's necessarily optimal to get it into the active just yet. I could. Okay. Here's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to Adrenabrain 2 damage counters here. And then I'm going to... I think Iono. Do I have anything in the discard that I want? Not really. I could get another Dark Energy attachment. I will Night Stretcher for that Dark Energy, just to guarantee that I have an attack with a Zoroark. Then I can... I know I'm giving my opponent a fresh hand, but I think it'll be fine. It'll optimize getting the Battle Cage out of the way. Okay. So we do get rid of the Battle Cage. I am now going to just knock out the Ogerpon, I think. Yeah, let's just do that. I'll be able to get the Yveltal back with Super Rod. We'll take out the Ogerpon. We are currently ahead of prize cards, which isn't the best. Okay, we do get a Hilda. That can guarantee me an attack with this Zoroark if I need to. If they like gust around and hit this Zoroark. But judging by how much trouble I've been giving them with this, they're probably not going to be doing that. Let's hope that I can get another gust. I know I've already used 3 of my gust. So row 6 machination. That is totally fine. That card is pretty terrible in my opinion. Okay, they do get a prime catcher. Okay, they're gonna go for Pecharunt. That's actually pretty good for me. But I do get another damage counter for Yveltal, and I can retreat lock, play again if I get a counter catcher. Which would be optimal because I could do the Latios in the active. I know I'd be doing 120, so I'd have to get it at win within a short amount of time. But we'll see. Bellowing Thunder. Let's see what energies they discard. They might discard all from the Ogre Pawns or discard from their active. I don't know what they're going to do yet. We'll see. Okay. 110. Oh, they discard from? They don't discard from this one. Interesting. That's fine with me. I will promote my Tatsugiri. Okay, I did get a counter catcher. Oh, this is interesting. I do think that gives me a out because I can ping the damage counter here. Counter catcher up. You. Attract customers. Grab a. I want to leave that deck. And then I can. What do I have in discard? Do I want a rod? Pokemon? No, I do not want a rod. I want to Iono them to 3, me to 4. Okay, why is it taking so long? Hello? Did they just quit the game or something? Okay. This is weird. It's getting pretty laggy. I'll Artazon since it's being weird. Okay, this is down. Okay, it was just lagging out on me. Okay. Subjugating Chains. Yveltal. Okay, do I need anything else? No, I don't. I just need to do 120. Be poisoned, retreat lock, and hope they don't have an out to knock me out because 2 damage counters ping on the Ogre Pawn, then an attack from Clutch would be game. Kind of weird. Their hands real buggy. But that's TCG Live, so yeah. I really think people are just playing this deck weird with making it more of an ignition box. Having the Genesect and no, not Genesect, Scizor and the Ambipom in their deck, which is not very consistent. I've already tried that a lot. Okay, they do put down the Wellspring Mask Ogre Pond. I don't think that'll save them at all. They need a Turo. Okay. So we win. Good game to our opponents. Okay, they just conceded. Okay. Yeah, well, good game. And we'll hop into the next one. Okay, so our opponent won the coin flip. Let's see which whether they'll go first or second. Okay, I will be going first. So they're most likely Joltik, judging by their coin being a Pikachu, and they're going second. That's my guess. They could be anything like a Dragapult or something else. Okay. It's most likely a Dragapult, judging by their Duskull start. I did get double Buddy Poffin, which is awesome. I will get a Tatsugiri Zorua. Really consistent start. Buddy Poffin for a Zorua, and I think I'll get a Psyduck. That seems pretty decent. And I have Arven and Iron Bundle for later. Alright, we'll pass and see what they can got. Let's see what they got. They also could be a Lopunny deck. Lopunny is a pretty decent matchup for me. Do play Buddy Poffin. Let's see what they get off of this. This will tell what they are playing. Okay, so they are playing a Noctowl engine. So this could be it could be Lopunny. I haven't seen too many builds with the Hoothoot Noctowl engine. It could be Terrapagos. Okay, they Dawn. So they have evolutions. Like the Duskull, Dusknoir, I know for sure. If they don't get anything other than Duskull, Dusknoir off the evolutions, I would... Well, I don't know what they're playing just yet. Let's see. They're probably prize checking right now. Okay, they are playing Terrapagos Charizard. I've seen that a lot lately. It's pretty good matchup from what I've seen. I can't really use their attack as well, but it's pretty good overall. I do believe I will be able to... I know I have Arven. I have an evolution. I can take a knockout on this, or I could hit into this, maybe. Let's see. I want to evolve here. Out Arven, grabbing you. Well, I don't have any energies right now. You and Air Balloon, because I want to be able to retreat the Tatsugiri. I will. He would just give me the Fan Rotom if I Iron Bundle, right? And I already have him in play. You know what? I will pop him down and see what he gives me. Because the Duskull is pretty useless for them. And if they give me the Fan Rotom, that'll give me an out to keep the side up. Okay, they give me the Terrapagos. That's very interesting. Alright, let's see. I think I will Earthen Vessel the EXP share. I don't have anything that I'd want to attach the EXP share to right now, other than maybe a Zorua, but I do have a Night Stretcher for that. I will attach Air Balloon to Tatsugiri, and I am doing 120, so that is a 2-shot. Alright, let's see what my opponent has, and we'll go from here. I'm really happy with my profile picture because my mom got me a Zorua plush, and well, I'm just really happy with that. I love Zorua. He's one of my favorites. So they are using Noctowl. They are probably gonna rare candy. Oh, they're not gonna rare candy. Okay. Probably gonna get the Charmander out. Charizard is really a good matchup for us because after taking a couple prize cards, like my opponent taking prize cards, I will be able to one-shot their Charizard with a foul play. Let's see what they get off the second one. Probably a way to get energy onto their Terrapagos or something else. Let's hope What would be the optimal play for them? That's what I should be thinking about. They could... Okay, they do get Iono Buddy Poffin. Have they played a supporter? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So that won't guarantee me an attack next turn. It'll give me a fresh 6. And I will be able to go into Tatsugiri. Okay, I do have a counter catcher if they take a knockout or something like that. I do have Ionos. They don't... I don't know if they have another energy. That's something to think about. Oh, they don't. So I get to go 2 prize cards ahead. And there's another Zoroark. Alrighty. I think I'll just attach Binding Mochi here. I don't really like this hand. I think their hand probably decent. So I'm going to Iono. I know they didn't play anything from their hand, but they did Iono a Charizard and Rare Candy to the bottom of the deck. Okay. Huh. I did get the Artazon. That's interesting. I don't think I use it just yet, do I? Because they could get rid of their Noctowls. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they could get rid of their Noctowls. And I'm doing more damage with Area 0 in play. 210. Knockout, I get ahead on prize cards. And now they will have to get rid of some guys to make room. Okay. So it didn't really matter if I put it into play or not. Oh. Why did they... Alright. I would have removed Noctowls because then you could get them back and reuse them. That's interesting. Okay. So gameplay now is probably to try and gust around and get rid of the Charizard or the Terapagos. I don't see why that wouldn't be a good play. Okay, they get another Terapagos. Their Crown Opal is not going to do anything to us because we're an evolution Pokemon. They do get the Charmeleon. I actually want them to evolve into that. Well, do I? I want to stay in the 2-2 prize race. Let's see. Alright, we do get another Zoroark. Alright, let's see. What do I do here? I could take a knockout. I don't really feel like that's very optimal. Let's see. Pokemon, there is Iron Bundle to discard. I could use it to push their Dusclops to the bench. Okay, I'm gonna Buddy Poffin real quick just to save some time. Make sure that I did that. I will probably... This is hard, so I think I'm just gonna fail that. I'm not gonna Stadium Bump. I want there to be more of them in play. I am going to... I think I'm gonna put down Pecharunt and then Lily's Determination. I know it probably isn't optimal, but I want to be able to get something going. Okay, I didn't get a Gust, like... Yeah, I didn't get my Prime Catcher, which is fine. I'm taking a knockout. I'm gonna put this Mochi here. I do have Night Stretcher for energy next turn. Alright, I will Mind Jet for 360 damage. Way too much damage for that one little guy. I am in an odd prize race now, so I can take out a Terapagos and then a single prizer. That's fine with me. I would have preferred to keep in the 2-2, but we will have to do with this. Alright. Infernal Rain. They'll probably attach 1 to their Terapagos and 2 to the Charizard. That's what I would do in this situation. Oh. They're just going straight Terapagos. Okay, if they build up their bench anymore, I'll be one-shotting them, which is good for me. I'm currently two-shotting them. So 150 plus 40. Okay, they boss. They're probably going to take out my Pecharunt. That is fine. I do have Night Stretcher to get it back. And also, it does give me a buff to 60 more damage for the Charizard attack. Oh, why did they do that? If I Night Stretcher this back and get an energy with Hilda, I can take a knockout, right? Okay, promote the Tatsugiri. That's always what you promote. Okay, they did just take 2 prize cards. I did get a Mochi, so I don't really have to guarantee the energy. I will grab the Pecharunt back. I will now put it down. Let's see. Did they search their deck right there? No. I could Hilda, but I'd rather Iono, to be honest. Iono to fresh 3. Taking a knockout. Yeah, let's do that. And then I can attract customers, shuffle the deck again. And okay, yeah, I get an energy even. That's great. I'll attach here. Attract customers, shuffling the deck so that the Hildas are possible to get next turn. Alright, now all we have to do is subjugating chains, Zoroark to the active. 250. And we take 2 prize cards. There isn't really a way they can, especially since I have boss, to stay in the game. I think it's a good game, but we'll see. We'll see what my opponent has. They could have Iono into knockout, but I still have the Tatsugiri. Okay, I'm Iono to 1. Okay, I do have the Tatsugiri, so it isn't a guaranteed game. Okay, I did get the Pecharunt too, so I'm pretty sure it's just game. Why did they shuffle the Dusclops? Oh, okay. Well, my opponent conceded. Good game to our opponents. Our question of the day, or Katua, is what is your favorite Pokemon? Mine is Zoroark. It kind of shows by this deck and how much I tend to gravitate towards Zoroark decks and my profile picture of a Zorua. Yeah, let me know in the comments what your favorite Pokemon is. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm kind of a new YouTuber and I'd really appreciate the boost. I hope you all have a lovely day.